Boy, does it feel great to be alive on a hump day Wednesday morning or hump day Wednesday afternoon in Idaho Falls, Idaho on YouTube as a diehard passionate Boise Hawks baseball fan or what? Hey, Boise Hawk Pioneer League baseball fans, hope all you guys are having a great start to your hump day. Happy hump day, by the way. Happy Wednesday indeed, guys. We have a very incredible pregame show ahead of us today, so I don't want to waste any time. So welcome back to the channel of Game 2 pregame show of the Boise Hawks versus Idaho Falls Truckers on Main Event Baseball with Ryan. So in today's episode, we are going to have a happy birthday shout out, a very special happy birthday shout out. We will also discuss some news from last night's game, and we will also discuss why the Boise Hawk Truckers game last night made history. We will also look into tonight's preview for the pitching matchup, and we will talk a little bit about Melaleuca Field, the home of the Idaho Falls Truckers. By the way, what do you think of the new shades I have for tonight's Battle of Idaho game? Let me know what you think of them. Okay, guys, we're going to start with a happy birthday shout out because today is a very special someone's birthday. That is a great friend of mine. I wanted to say a happy beloved birthday to two-time guest on the channel, Miss Paige with the Boise Hawks front office, guys. So happy birthday, Paige. Already know I've annoyed you with saying happy birthday, but it is her birthday today. So let's pray for a Boise Hawks win to give Paige on her birthday. All right, guys, now we're going to get down to business. Tonight is game 2 of a 3-game series in the Battle of Idaho between the Boise Hawks and the Idaho Falls Truckers from Melaleuca Field. And we're going to look at the outfield dimensions from Melaleuca Field because it is way different than the Boise Hawks. So Melaleuca Field, guys, the left field, down the left field line at Melaleuca Field, it is 350 feet. It is 390 feet to center field, and it is 335 feet to right. So the outfield dimensions are way off, a little bit different. But the one thing I know about Melaleuca Field, and I'm very aware of this, is the ball flies out of the Truckers Stadium better than it does on the Boise Hawks. Okay, Melaleuca Field, guys, the ball is, so the Idaho Falls Truckers Melaleuca Field, it is ranked number 3 in the entire Pioneer League on home runs in a game. So when you go to a Truckers game at Melaleuca Field, you are averaged to see 4 to 6 homers a game by average. And that ranks 3rd in the entire Pioneer League on how the ball flies. Boise Hawks ranked 7th in the Pioneer League on how the ball flies out. But the one thing, guys, is even if the wind is blowing in a little bit, the ball flies. And it flies particularly out of left field better than any other any other dimension in the outfield. And usually the deepest part of the ballpark is center field. Not at Melaleuca Field because I lied. Okay, I was getting a little carried away. It is 390 to center field, therefore it does fly. But guys, really the ball flies like crazy on Melaleuca Field. So really, guys, if you ever watch a game at Melaleuca Field, maybe you can't tell with Flow Sports and all that, but if you're in person, and I'll be there tonight for game 2, you're going, like I always advise hitters to like hit it out in the left to left center area of the field because the ball flies more there than any other area. And guys, I mean, the funny thing is, guys, Melaleuca Field, guys, when you come in the ballpark, it's beautiful. And then you see the outfield, and it's small, and you're like, there is no way it is going to be a home run ballpark, and yet the ball is crazy flying out. So that is one thing. It's a really interesting thing about Melaleuca Field because also Melaleuca Field is the second shortest outfield in the Pioneer League. So there's your little fun fact about Melaleuca Field, the home of the 2019 Pioneer League champions, the Idaho Falls Chuckers. Oh, you thought that was a McNugget and a fun fact? Wait until I talk about last night's game. So last night's game was game one of a 3-game series in the Battle of Idaho between the Boise Hawks and the Idaho Falls Chuckers. It was the first time this season that the Boise Hawks played at Melaleuca Field, and last night's final score was 24-19. The Idaho Falls Chuckers took game one of the 3-game series of the Battle of Idaho at Melaleuca Field by winning 24-19. 43 combined runs were scored in last night's game. 43. I had to look up 24 plus 19. 43 combined runs between the two teams in last night's game, and we'll get back to the Chuckers win last night in a minute. But yeah, guys, I mean, last night in game one, it was a football score. That is how high the score was. And the Boise Hawks scored 7 runs in the top of the first. The Idaho Falls Chuckers scored 8 runs in the bottom of the second. So, I mean, I don't even want to talk about last night's game, but the McNugget or the fun fact, 43 combined runs in last night's game in the Battle of Idaho between the Hawks and the Chuckers. So you know what? I have to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, it kind of feels like when you go into Melaleuca Field, you're going to see more of a football score than you are a baseball score. You know, I mean, I don't know what tonight will hold for me, my mom and I, but yeah, I got to know what you guys think about it. You guys got to let me know. Okay, guys, now we are going to talk about game 2 of a 3-game series of the Battle of Idaho between the Boise Hawks, Idaho Falls Chuckers at Melaleuca Field. It is Cameron Dayton Day for the Boise Hawks. And if you don't know what Cameron Dayton Day is, guys, it's actually really a thing in the Boise Hawks clubhouse. And I don't take credit for the thing, even though I told Cameron to say everything. But literally, guys, Cameron Dayton Day is anytime Cameron Dayton is on the mound to start for the Boise Hawks. That's why it's Cameron Dayton Day. So, you know what? It's Cameron Dayton Day at Melaleuca Field tonight. I do want to get to the Chuckers win last night. So last night, the Idaho Falls Chuckers won their 7th consecutive game in a row. Therefore, with the Idaho Falls Chuckers win last night, the Idaho Falls Chuckers are now in first place in the Pioneer League. The Boise Hawks did drop 1 spot in the standings with the loss last night. And I said this in my post-game show last night. The Boise Hawks are really backed up against the wall tonight. And I'm going to tell you why. Because for the Idaho Falls Chuckers to take home the prestigious Traffic Cone Trophy, all the Chuckers have to do is one thing. They have to win tonight, tomorrow, and possibly one more. The Idaho Falls Chuckers win 3 more games against the Boise Hawks. They take home the prestigious, beautiful Traffic Cone Trophy. And I was able to get my photo with the Traffic Cone Trophy last year with former Hawks skip Gilly Van Tol. And I'm not going to share my opinion of the Traffic Cone Trophy, but yeah, guys, the Idaho Falls Truckers literally, guys, are up 5-1 over the Boise Hawks. So if they win 3 more games this season against the Hawks, then the Idaho Falls Truckers get the Traffic Cone Trophy. So, that's why I say the Hawks are in 2 things tonight. Number 1, tonight for the Hawks, they are in a must-win situation. And usually this early in the season, you're not in a must-win. But for the Boise Hawks tonight, they are 1,000,000,000% in a must-win situation. And therefore, guys, if they don't win tonight, then the pressure will extremely get higher for Cash Bucham and the Boise Hawks. So, guys, in my personal opinion, we got Cameron Dayton Day. The last time we had Cameron Dayton Day, it went very well for us. Of course, every outing is a new opponent or a new team. So, you know what? I'm not nervous for Cameron. I literally, and I tell Cameron this literally 5 times a day, every single day, so it can get tattooed in his head. When he pitches in front of me, history shows he does a great job. And when you look at the Boise Hawks situation for tonight's game, it really, when you look at that history, that should be very comforting for Cameron Dayton. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. It will not be easy. The Idaho Falls Truckers are really not just in the top of the standings, but they also are in the top for batting average, pitching, and all that. So really, guys, it's like easier said than done for the Hawks, but they cannot do what they did last night. They cannot allow the Truckers to score runs at Melaleuca Field. The Idaho Falls Truckers, guys, they are averaging 9 runs a game when they play at Melaleuca Field. They average 6 runs a game right now when they're on the road. So, guys, it's got to stop. Like, my strategy would not just keep the Truckers off the scoreboard, but you can't allow the Truckers to get on base. Okay? Because when they get on base, it doesn't matter how, they do damage. So, again, that's not pressure for Cameron Dayton Day, because when I'm in attendance, I don't have to say anything. It's like I'm his good luck charm, and I'm dead serious about it. But, not that his amazing family, his amazing family got to see him whoop the Ogden Raptors' butt last time he was out. So that was great. And shout out to the Daytons, by the way. Thank you. But, yeah, guys, really big game tonight at Melaleuca Field. It is a must-win tonight for the Boise Hawks. It is a must-win home day game for the Boise Hawks. They have to win tonight. There is no other option. Okay, you got to remember when it comes to the Battle of Idaho, the position the Hawks are in is extremely big. For them to stand a chance at retaining that Traffic Cone Trophy, they have to win tonight. Okay, they have to win tonight to ease the pressure a little bit. So and the Hawks will go. They will turn their attention and give it to the southpaw out of Seattle University and Round Rock High School, Mr. Cameron Dayton. So, yes, guys, it's a big, stressful night, but that's what's on the line tonight for the Boise Hawks. Okay, guys, that is all I have for you guys on this edition of Main Event Baseball with Ryan. Before I end, just a reminder that Main Event Baseball with Ryan will be live at Melaleuca Field tonight for Game 2 of the Battle of Idaho between the Boise Hawks and the Idaho Falls Truckers. Personally, it will be great. I have a lot of friends with the Truckers in the front office, so they're going to give me a hard time. but it's always great and all that. But I always enjoy going to Melaleuca Field. It's a beautiful setup. It's a beautiful field. I always enjoy watching ball games there. So looking forward to that. My mom is really excited and all that. So yeah, guys, the post-game show will be literally, I'm expecting it to probably be an hour after the game ends. So just a little heads up. But yes, guys, Main Event Baseball with Ryan will be live from Melaleuca Field tonight for Game 2 of a 3-game series between the Boise Hawks and the Idaho Falls Truckers.